Good morning, everyone. So it's Saturday morning. It's May 2nd. Let me write that down. I really am having a hard time wrapping around my head that this is May. I had the grand discovery last night that Mother's Day is next weekend. Not in 2 weekends. Okay, so here's the weird thing. Usually, I rely on the museum to tell me when Mother's Day is, because Mother's Day weekend is almost always opening weekend. There's only been a couple exceptions over the years. So I always knew, opening weekend, Mother's Day. What do you do for Mother's Day weekend? You go to the museum. So of course that's different this year. And I completely lost track of when Mother's Day is. I haven't started Mom's hat yet. Good morning, Miss Clara. Oh, you're toasty. Someone was over there laying in the sun. Wow. Nice and warm. I'm kind of jealous. Can we lay on my lap, please? Because you're on something important. There we go. You can lay on my lap. Lay down. Snuggle down. Or not. I don't know if we're ever going to get that figured out. So I haven't started Mom's hat. I think I have enough straw. I was going to order more straw, like more on top of what I already had. I thought I had time, so I don't have time. She wants a garden hat, a modern garden hat. That based on the current description kind of sounds like one of the Regency bonnets that are soft crowned. So I'm going to be creating this completely from imagination. I do have to find out how much brim she wants in the back, and some measurements. So that's one of the hats that needs to get made. Currently, I just finished one of the special project hats. I actually finished that, went, okay, let's take pictures, and looked at the tablet and went, oops, I ran out of battery again. I do that a lot lately. Run out of battery. Yeah, usually twice a day. So yeah, got that one over there. There's one on the block. It's one of the soft crowns from that group. Won't be on Etsy. Those are for some requests from the museum event a year or two ago. Yeah. And then after that, I think I might start some black straw. So I'll do some black straw, and then I'll get some more requests done. I know I'm not technically taking requests right now. Because yes, I'm still working on last summer's requests. I'm a very moody sewer, especially when it comes to these soft crowns. So I'm finally getting to those. And then I have, trying to think who knows which piece. I think we're good. I have a couple graduation pieces that I am doing. Because of the situation, I was like, okay, yep, we'll do some graduation pieces. I thought it was really sweet that someone's thought to do that as a graduation gift. There were a couple graduation videos yesterday that caused some teary-eyedness. All right, so yes, yesterday I did a bunch of sewing, and then I got done with the straw, and it's like, all right, it's still early enough in the day. I decided to make her striped petticoat. It's even poofier than I had planned. I actually tried to put another 8 inches of fabric onto this waistband. It did not work. These are 4mm pleats, gauging, set into this waistband. Right now it's just stitched on her waist. I gotta find my little hooks and stitch her little hook in there. And she is gonna have another layer over this. Originally I was planning on having her sit I might have to get a little stand to have her stand up. Here's the funny thing. I have a whole box of bigger stands, you know, for taller dolls. I have no stands for little dolls. So I've got to get my hands on a little stand for her. I think it's cute how she's coming out. Oh, and I was very excited because I found in my stash of goodies. Check out that. Isn't that awesome? I was very happy. Over this is going to go the Blue and White Stars fabric as her whole dress. I may draw the skirt up. And then she's going to get her little sash and some other pretties. Among her other pretties. And I think I'm going to actually stitch these to the dress in some places. Are stars. And these are metal. There's actually quite a bit of weight to these. I thought that would be cool. Okay. So my topic of the day is a book that I don't get out very often. But I thought you guys would love. I've got to figure out how I'm going to do this. That one, we're going to move that over there. All right, so years ago, I went to an exhibit at the Ontario County Historical Society, which is over in Canandaigua. And what they did is they took one of their main exhibit rooms and they did all 4 walls in photographs taken of Canandaigua. But here's the catch. The photographs were taken from a single cupola, a higher cupola of the backyards in the town/city. And they turned the photographs into this book. And the photographs were done by Augustus Coleman. Okay. Yeah, the Post-it's my little thank you note. I got one of the last of these, and I'm so glad that I did. I'm only going to show you a couple of things in here because I'm hoping, well, the real reason I'm only showing you a few pages is I want to be appreciative of their copyright because they did put a lot of work into this. All right, so Wilma's the person that put the exhibit together, and it really was incredibly well done. The material was awesome. So each of these photographs, we're not talking like this. We're talking they blew these guys up. They were amazing. Okay, so the exhibit was 2011, 2012. So this would have been right when we got home from New Mexico. Okay, so the photographs were taken in 1858. Let's see, I want to make sure I get the right. These are glass plate negatives. And they were stored in the attic of his house long after his death and rediscovered by the current owner. So they were there for quite a while. And it looks like George Eastman House helped in the process of doing these. Okay, so why do I love this so much? Let me find. There we go. Okay. Come on. I usually open this a little differently, like out flat. It's the first time I've tried to do it this way. All right, so the book itself contains the wet plate photos. Okay. And you can get an idea of what kind of view that is. You can see right down into the backyards. And then, in addition to telling you which direction you're looking, it pulls out different pieces from what you're seeing. So this page, this angle, gives us a lot of architectural pieces. There's one I have in mind I want to find for you. Oh, there we go. Northwest. Okay. Come on. It keeps creaking. I don't get this out often. It lives in its folder. All right, so this looks right down into the backyards. Now, Canandaigua was a city, technically at the time. It's technically a city now. It's a small city. I don't know the population off the top of my head, but I love the fact that looking down into this backyard, there's an animal shed. Okay, so this is likely a resident of the city that had a cow and some chickens, so they could go out, milk the cow, collect the eggs. There's a clothesline in one of the backyards. Okay. And then one of the things pointed out is a gated lane to the barn. I can't quite see where. Okay, so the animal barn is right here. Okay. And then back behind here, they're saying this is farmland. But this is definitely a piece in the city. Okay. Center back is actually the Ontario Female Seminary. And then the back right corner is a residence. And he's listed as a gentleman farmer. So I love how they really describe what's going on. And I can show you the other side of what I'm reading from. Shows the image smaller, and then again outlined as to what's what. So I really do hope that they bring this exhibit back at some point. It's amazing. If you ever come out this way, anybody local, I am happy to get this out and we can take a closer look. And they are, I believe the photographs are taken in 8ths. I forget how many are here. But basically you're looking at north, south, east, west, northwest, north, northwest. So a lot of angles. So this one here, come on. You can see there several residents, and there's a footpath, but there's also a lot of gardening going on here. There's a vegetable garden, there's a fruit tree arbor. Okay. Really quite open. It's definitely not this open now. There's some buildings pointed out that I do recognize. There's some others that are marked as demolished. So the upper, let's see, that makes that the right corner. Says that was demolished in 98. And the detail in these photos is amazing. There's no way you can possibly really see it through the camera. So I'm flipping through and realizing I need to spend more time with this myself because it's been such a long time. They also go through and speckle this with photos of the families in the area. So these were some of the residents. You can get to see some of the photos. And they're trying to keep them as contemporary as possible. So this is the Phelps family. I think, is that my last page? Yeah. So it really is a great publication. I don't remember what I paid for it. It was a decade ago at this point, and it was one of the very last. I think they had said there were 3 left on the shelf, and I got one of them. But it's so cool. In my mind, it's funny because I remember it like this. It's because of everything on the wall was so big. But it lives in its and its shipping thing. And then the shipping thing lives in one of those folios because I don't have oversized shelving quite this size. So, hope you enjoyed that little show and tell. I do have it in the back of my head to somehow share the stereo views that I have. So a friend of mine told me about, it's not quite a microscope. It's just a magnifier that attaches to the phone. Comes from Michael's, of all places. Like for $15. I just have to get around to like actually ordering it and getting it. It's literally plug and play on the phone. It clips into the phone, lined up with the camera, and allows you to magnify. So of course the catch is my phone doesn't go from front view to back view happily. I can't even pause and switch. So I got to figure out how to do that component so you guys can see it clearly without making a giant mess and having the camera all over the place. We did learn yesterday that trying to look at the screen on my laptop is a no-go. So I got to figure out some of that there. But yeah, just a couple ideas in the back of my head. So as of yesterday, we are officially not reopening the school buildings. So that means I'm on for videos through June. And then I am thinking about continuing something in some way, not necessarily a daily basis once everything starts going again. I'll just have to figure that out. But so for May and June, I need some ideas, folks. Send me some questions, things I might be able to answer on camera. I do still have a couple notions in the back of my head that I have been holding on to just because of seasonality. So I can get to those, but I'm definitely going to need some more ideas. Because, okay, 2 months is 8 weeks, and that's 8 to 16 projects if we're going to still do a project or two a week. And I got to figure out what I'm talking about, because otherwise I feel like I'm blubbering. And, you know, blubbering doesn't make much sense. So send me some questions, post them in the comments piece of the blog. It's the easiest place for me to find them and keep track. I'll put them in my little book, and then we'll see where we go, all right? So enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It's nice and sunny out. And I will talk to you tomorrow, all right? Bye-bye.